What's up, everybody? We're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and the brand new map is officially announced. Now, I am recording this the day before I'm posting this video because the developers were kind enough to give us partnered creators a chance to get our video prepped before the trailer releases. And not only that, they gave us a version of the trailer that doesn't have any of the text over top of it so that you guys can get an even better look at all of the awesome scenery and animals that are going to be coming with this new map. So as always, with a brand new trailer for a brand new map, let's go ahead and play the trailer uninterrupted to start this video off, and then we're going to break down each little bit of it. And before we actually get into the trailer, I just wanted to say that I appreciate you guys waiting this long to see it. I know there was some unfortunate leaks that occurred last week, and I've told you guys many times on the channel that I don't mess with leaks because of the risks that come with it. When you've been doing YouTube as long as I have, you get a pretty good understanding of copyright law and stuff like that. And as somebody who is a full-time YouTuber where my family relies on me doing YouTube in order to survive, it's typically smart to adhere to all laws. And that's a couple things you will always get from me here on the channel is honesty about why I am or not doing things, and also somebody who cares about his family more than anything. So I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying there. And now let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer.
Between the Amazon River and the Andes Mountains is Inti Suyu, where lush rainforest, dangerous waters, and high altitudes host some of the most thrilling hunting in all of the world. It truly is a hunter's dream, but spend a night here and you'll see there's another side to paradise. Deadly predators, altitude changes, and meddling from outside forces is making life difficult for us. So if you could offer your services, we'd really appreciate it. We'll even introduce you to Pablo. He's not much of a talker, though. You see, there's more than just adventure waiting for you in Peru. But if you don't experience it yourself, you'll never know what's hiding just beneath the surface. Welcome to Peru. Welcome to Inti Suyu.
So as we just saw there, this map looks absolutely incredible, but it's time to actually break down the trailer and look at every little aspect of it. So obviously this is a really awesome starting screen right here. It's very, very beautiful. This location, one thing it's really going to have going for it from what we see here is just the beauty of the map. I mean, this map is absolutely beautiful. And along with it comes a lot of really cool species, like right there, as you can see. That is likely a Jaguar, and it looks like it might even be a rare one. I could definitely see that being a rare Jaguar right there. And something else I wanted to point out is just how beautiful this riverside is. I mean, the detail on these maps are always incredible, and over the last couple years, it's just got better and better and better. I feel like basically ever since Emerald Coast released, they've just continuously one-upped themselves with the beauty and the quality of these maps. Now let's go ahead and continue the trailer here and see what else we can spot. Right here, we've got some white-tailed deer that are kind of walking through a hillside. And I also wanted to point out, this is something that a lot of people were worried about. They were worried the map was going to be just too brushy and that there wouldn't be any like good open hunting. But this shows us right here, there is some like wide open mountains with very minimal trees. I mean, this hillside that they're on, the distant mountains over there have very few trees as well. So I don't think this is going to be a completely brushy map. I think it looks like there's probably going to be a bit of brushy hunting and a bit of wide open mountainous hunting. So That's a good sign for anybody that doesn't want a map to be super brushy. Now let's let this advance just a little bit more, and then we're going to take a look over here. Because right here, I think we may have another new species. In fact, it looks very much like a new species. And doing a little bit of research, I figured out that this is the taruca right here. It is a deer native to Peru, and is really cool to see another deer get added to the game. You know, at this point, we've got so many deer in the game that it's always nice to see another new one that I had no idea was even a thing. Big fan of these little guys from what we can see here. I think they're going to be awesome to hunt, and anytime we get a new antlered animal in the game, I'm all for it. Now let's continue on here. We've got ourselves a beautiful looking forest. I mean, this is going to be a pretty brushy area. I imagine that you'll probably find jaguars in an area like this to make it, you know, that extra level of spooky scary. Am I the type of person that's going to hunt in these trees a lot? Probably not. But I can tell you this is probably going to be a bow hunter's paradise, so if you're the type of person that loves to spot and stalk with a bow, this might be the place for you. Now let's continue things on again and see what else we can spot. That right there, as far as I can tell, is some type of caiman. I did a little bit of research looking into like what types of crocodilians, I think they're called, are in Peru, and it says that there is crocodiles, but there's also 3 different kinds of caiman. So I'm going to assume that this is one of the 3 types of caiman that can be in Peru. Yeah, as far as I can tell, they're called crocodilians. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. That's just what I got from a brief Google search. But it does appear to be some type of caiman as far as I can tell, because it seems like it might be a little bit too small to be like a full-on crocodile. Now let's continue the trailer and see what else we can spot. Right here we have a mountainside with some more of the taruca. Definitely really interested to hunt these guys. It seems like they're definitely a mountainous deer species, so that's going to be fun. This is going to be a cool area to hunt these guys, I think. Now let's continue on. That right there is a crazy view of a bridge. My gosh. You know, I do get a little bit of Sunder Patton vibes, but also it's quite different. Like, this seems to be even more jungly than Sunder Patton is, but it appears that it's got like a similar composition, right? Like you've got the wide open mountains, you've got the super jungly areas in the lowlands. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be like similar, but obviously quite different due to the species that are here. And also just like the visuals of it are different, even though there are some similarities. Let's keep going and see what else we spot. That right there is a capybara. That is so cool, man. I saw a bunch of comments from people saying that they don't think they'll be able to shoot a capybara just because of how freaking adorable these guys are. And yeah, it's definitely going to be, hard the first time, but once you shoot one, you're probably going to want to shoot a bunch more. I am very excited to see what the rares will be like for these capybara. I feel like the rares are just going to be absolutely incredible. They always nail the rare fur types, so I can only imagine that like a piebald capybara would be freaking cool. Let's continue on and see what else we can spot. There's an aerial view of the map. It looks to be, very similar to what I just mentioned. It's got the wide open mountains, and then it's got the kind of like lowland areas that are more jungly. That really does appear to be the way that this map is going to be set up. Really cool, though. We got some javelina. Those are a reused species. We got some kind of duck that, to be honest, I can't tell what type of duck this is. It almost looks like a teal, I want to say. If we zoom in, I feel like the colorations are similar to the cinnamon teal. I may be wrong, but it looks like a cinnamon teal. And because I am recording this video the day before you guys will see it, the day before the trailer officially releases, I actually am not 100% sure what type of duck this is because they haven't given us the species list, and obviously I refuse to look at any of the leaked stuff because that absolutely kills the hype and ruins the rollout experience that is always the most exciting time of the year for me. Which is another big thing that people just do not understand, is that I really love the way they roll out these maps. They slowly build up hype over a couple of weeks until the map releases. And when something happens like what happened last week, that would have just completely ruined the hype build up for me. So obviously I wasn't going to pay attention to any of that stuff. So I did not look at any of it, no matter how difficult it was not to look at it. Now let's go ahead and continue the trailer right here. We see another jungle. We see what appears to be a jaguar just kind of chilling up there, looking over a fire, probably hoping that a camper is going to show up there. for his little dinner. Let's continue on and see what else we can spot. That is the brand new crossbow, it appears. And if you guys play the Hunter Classic, this looks just like the one-handed crossbow. I forgot what they call it. It's like a crossbow pistol, essentially. It looks just like the one from the Hunter Classic, so I'm almost positive that that is exactly what it is. Now let's go ahead and continue right here, because this is probably the most exciting part of this entire trailer. That appears to be a Great One Jaguar, because that does not look like a normal Jaguar. There's a scar above its tooth. This looks like a freaking Great One Jaguar. I mean, its body looks more muscular. Everything about it screams Great One Jaguar. And I can tell you what, this is going to be in the thumbnail 100%, because this is freaking exciting. I am so excited to have the first big cat Great One in Call of the Wild history. Now, we've had like non-antlered Great Ones before, but we've never had like a big cat. So that's really, really cool. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of the Great One Jaguar? Because from what we see here, this looks like it's going to be a really cool Great One. And it makes sense that it would have a scar on its face, because, I mean, it's a freaking Jaguar and it's meant to be like a crazy Great One. So I imagine that this is probably going to be a theme. At least I hope. I hope that all the variations will have some type of, like, I guess, sign of battle. Like something that shows this guy's been through stuff. Either way, I'm excited for this. The Great One Roe Deer was probably one of my favorite Great Ones they've ever released. I don't hate a single rack or fur type for the Roe Deer, which is rare for me. Usually there's something I dislike about pretty much every Great One. But I'm hoping that this will continue the streak, because the one that we see here, this guy looks fantastic. Now let's continue on and see what else we can spot. It goes black for a little bit. We see a little bit of a time lapse, which definitely shows you that we're going to see some very beautiful sunrises and sunsets on this map. We also see one of the caiman right here. It's definitely not a crocodile, because, yeah, crocs are bigger than this. So that's pretty cool. We see a bunch of them over there, it looks like. That's definitely very, very interesting. But we see the caimans once again. Right here, we see a hunter walking along an outpost, and we also get a really good view of these, like, mountainous areas again. I mean, just look at how open that is. That's going to be some awesome hunting, especially if there's some feed zones right out in the open. Now let's continue on and look. That right there is another new species. Now, if you guys are not aware of what this animal is, this is an animal that a lot of people have suggested as something that they wanted to eventually see come to Call of the Wild. This is the spectacled bear. And it's a really freaking cool bear species. Now, we've got, you know, the basic bears in the game already. We've got black bear, brown bear, grizzly bear, and I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's cool to see a more like uncommon exotic bear species come to the game. Like, this is a really awesome looking animal. They're very beautiful. It's going to be cool to finally have another type of bear in the game that isn't your typical bears that everybody knows about. And there's a bear trap in front of it. I gotta think that this is probably just some, you know, like extra stuff to make the trailer cooler, right? I don't think we're actually gonna have bear traps in Call of the Wild. Although, I mean, maybe it's for a mission? I could see it maybe being a mission thing, but either way, I don't think we're gonna get trapping in Call of the Wild, because I'm sure there's one or two people that are gonna ask, oh my gosh, you see the bear trap are we getting trapping? I don't think we would. Call of the Wild's not the type of game that would include trapping. But anyway, let's continue on. We got the bear giving us a quick little roar. It turns around and walks away. We actually get a little bit of a view right here of one of the outposts, it appears. Or is this the sanctuary type thing? Because as we saw in the trailer, there does appear to be a sanctuary. And yeah, this is the sanctuary type thing. In fact, is that a freaking rare? Is that a rare animal right there? Because we see one over here that's normal colored, and then this one is just bright white. That looks like a rare. And if you guys aren't aware of what that species is, let's go back. I did a little bit of research, and this right here appears to be a vicuna? Vicuna? I don't know how it's pronounced, if it's vicuna, vicuna, like it could be any of those, but that's what it is. It seems pretty cool, and I definitely think that one that we just saw is a rare. Like this, that's gotta be a rare. Either way, cool little species. And then, of course, because this is a sanctuary, we got something special. We got something cool. That's a freaking capybara wearing a cowboy hat. I mean, that is probably the coolest thing in the entire world. Who cares about a new great one? We got hat-wearing capybaras. Now we continue on. We get a long look at that. We also see, yeah, this is definitely like a sanctuary type thing, just like we have on Emerald Coast, which is cool because that was a very awesome concept where, like, on the Emerald Coast one, every time you'd load into that map, you would see a different selection of the animals in there, and sometimes rares or great ones would even pop up in there. So pretty freaking cool. Hopefully it's the same with this one and we get a chance to see a bunch of cool things, and I think we will, because that looks like a melanistic right there. That definitely looks like a mela. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but allergies are hitting me hard right now, so if I sound a little nasally, that is why. I probably sound fine, but, you know, I figured I'd mention it just in case. We continue on with the trailer, and we see another view of the vicunas. Definitely a cool-looking animal. Something that we haven't really seen in the game before. Like, I don't think we have a species that's quite like this. That's pretty cool. Now we continue on the trailer. What else are we going to see but a jaguar yawning at me? Didn't even intend that to rhyme, but I just rolled with it. Either way, we got a jaguar right here. That's another view of the jaguars. Very, very cool. This is our first, like, super close up of the jaguar. And man, they're beautiful. They look absolutely beautiful, man. So cool to see them finally make it into Call of the Wild. Anytime Call of the Wild adds one of these, like, exotic species that are, I guess, kind of considered endangered. Are jaguars endangered? Let me look it up. Okay, so they're actually not endangered. They're classified as near threatened. So not exactly endangered, but near threatened. But I mean, this is the third, it's fourth big cat in the game, because we've got the puma, we've got the lion, we've got the tiger, and then obviously we got ourselves a jaguar now. Hopefully one of these days we can get a leopard. That's like probably my dream big cat to come to Call of the Wild would be a leopard. So hopefully in the future we'll see one of those. But I mean, until then, jaguars are going to be pretty freaking cool as well. Let's continue watching the trailer. We got a look at one of the outposts again, and this is beautiful. Holy crap, man. Like, that is just a breathtakingly beautiful shot. Walking over a bridge, you got the beautiful jungle surrounding you, and you got the river right there too. And I think this also does bring me to another thing that I wanted to talk about, because there was a couple comments when they did the little teaser that were complaining about the fact that it looked like it was going to be a super brushy map and it would be hard to drink zone hunt. But I mean, look right here. This appears to be one of the super brushy areas, but the actual, like, bank, the river bank, is pretty clear. Like, I don't really see this being a huge issue when it comes to hunting. I feel like this leaves enough of an open area along the water where you'll actually be able to still pretty effectively hunt the rivers. That is definitely a good thing right there. We'll continue on. We get another view right here. We got a caiman. Look at that dude. He just kind of poking his little eye out. Then we can see a little bit more of the river. It gets a little too dark over there to really see what's going on. But yeah, just another shot of what we just saw. We continue on. What else are we going to see? Looks like we got some more vicunas. And then the logo pops up. Good old Intisuyu Peru Hunting Reserve. I know he pronounces it in the trailer, but I forgot exactly how it's pronounced. This is the end screen. On the official announcement, this will probably have, like, release date and, like, information and stuff. So if they did post the release date, it's going to be in a comment down below. So when you go down to the comments section, any information that I didn't know as of recording this video, since it is the day before, I will post in a comment. And also, if they release a species list, I'm going to make a YouTube short covering all of the species. So let's go ahead and continue this. We got the capybara, dude. I love these guys. They're so adorable. Like, I can see why some people are saying they're going to have a hard time shooting these adorable little guys, but I think it's going to be fun trying to collect the rares for them. Let's continue on. We got kind of the sanctuary view in the background, and then it goes to black, and we get another kind of like overhead angled shot, just doing a slow, like, zoom in of the area. Really cool, man. And that's the end. That is the end of it. Now, obviously, this is a really exciting map to come to Call of the Wild. I mean, Peru is a place that, I'll be honest, I never really thought of as a place that could come to Call of the Wild. Like, If you would have asked me 2-3 years ago what I thought about a Peru reserve, I would have been like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. There's a lot of other places I'd want before Peru. But now, seeing that it's actually coming to the game and seeing what it's going to have, I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be a very cool map, and it's a place that, like I said, I never would have thought of as being a really awesome location to go hunting, but it looks like it's going to be pretty freaking fun. And obviously, you guys know that as soon as I get a chance to do early access, I will be letting you guys know, and as soon as I'm able to post it, you guys will get a chance to see all this stuff early. It's going to be so cool, man. I'm so excited. But anyway, guys, like I said, any new information that is not included in this video will either be in a pinned comment down below, or it's going to be in a YouTube short that I will upload probably 30 to 60 minutes after this video goes live. But I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you are excited for this map, and also be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, hype the video up. We got a new release hitting, so hit that hype on the video. And we'll see if we can make it into the top hyped videos of a gaming category on YouTube. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!